Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the DEVORAH in the Mida Achas, the first attribute of Hashem, of His merciful kindness in this world, which is called Mikel Kamoicha, who is like you, Hashem. And we pointed out yesterday that the Mida is the following. The Ribbono Shel Olam is the one that is giving us all of our life. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is granting us powers and abilities, a mind, a heart, a body, a soul, to be able to do anything that we want in this world. And Hashem gave us bechira, He gave us free will to make decisions of what we feel is right and wrong. Very often, Baruch Hashem, we make the right decisions. Unfortunately, Ein tzaddik ba'aretz shelo yechita, there's no tzaddik in the entire world who doesn't sin even a little bit. And therefore, every one of us, we're not tzaddikim, every one of us is going to fall and make mistakes and sin and stumble into areas that we should not. Now, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, at that exact moment that we are misusing and mishandling our bechira, our free will, He continues to give us the energy and the life force to be able to live and do what we would like to do. Which means, while we are rebelling against the king, while we are disappointing him and frustrating him, while we are possibly letting him down from the actions that we are involved with, because as we destroy ourselves, we are destroying our relationship that we have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So nevertheless, Hashem continues to give us life and the ability and energy and so on and so forth to do with our lives whatever we would like to do. That, says the DEVORAH, is the Melech Ne'elav, that is the king who is disgraced, but he bears his iniquity, he endures his shame, because it's more about the big picture, which is giving a person life, giving them a chance. A person can always do tshuva. A person can always change. It's quite possible they're not going to continue walking down the wrong path, and there has to be the good and the bad in one's life. And if HaKadosh Baruch Hu would decide to remove Himself from your existence, that would be the very end. So Hashem continues to endure the shame and the embarrassment. While He is pumping you up with life, we are slapping Him and spitting in His face, God forbid, because of the sins that we do. And that's the way of Hashem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not going to stand on principle. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to allow things to develop and transpire, even if it means He has to endure the disgrace that we are causing to Him. V'loi taimar, do not say, she'eino yochel imnoim yimenu ha'teivahu. Don't think that HaKadosh Baruch Hu cannot withhold the goodness of life from a person if He wanted to. Chas v'chalila, God forbid you could say such a thing. What? Hashem is limited in what He could do? Meaning that once He got the ball rolling and He gave you so much goodness and so much life and so much abilities, He can't take it back from you? Shai b'koichai b'rega kememra liyabesh yadav v'raglav. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to, at that exact moment, or in any moment that a person is undeserving, if Hashem wanted to paralyze that person by His hands and His feet, He could do it instantaneously. Ke'ein she'asa liYerovam, like we find in Tanakh, that Hashem did this to Yerovam ben Nebat, who was a big sinner, an evil, wicked king. At a time that Hashem felt He had to paralyze him, head to toe, or foot, hand to foot. So too, HaKadosh Baruch Hu did the same thing. If He wants, He sees you doing a sin, He says, I can't take this. What are you doing? You're going against me? If He wanted to, with the snap of a finger, we would become chas v'chalila, paralyzed and unable to do anything. And Hashem doesn't do that. He doesn't make things go beyond the laws of nature. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He allows things to run keseder the way that they are. Why? Because this is the greatness of the Ribbono Shel Olam. He is ne'elav. He is willing to endure the shame and the pain, and He's willing to be embarrassed in this world when He sees His children misbehaving, because that's the midah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's not spiteful, He's not wrathful, He doesn't act out of compulsion. He's not a very rapid thinking or rapid acting HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He doesn't act like that with impulsivity. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he's calm, he's relaxed, he lets things run their course. A person will make mistakes, and Be'ez Hashem over time, they will begin to learn from their mistakes. And this already is us getting into the realm of how we are going to master this midah, this trait for ourselves, how we are going to inculcate this midah, this trait into our lives. Just think about a parent and a child. How often does the child let the parent down? How often does the child act in a brazen manner and a fashion that really goes against the wishes and the well-meaning of the parent? And the natural state of a parent who finds himself under pressure financially, in his marriage, things are not going his way, his life is not what he thought it was going to be cracked up to be. All these things, when the kid misbehaves, a very common reaction of the parent is right away lashes out at them, right away gets upset with them, right away raises a voice. However, the midah over here is saying we have to act like Hashem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't do that. HaKadosh Baruch Hu provides us everything. And when he sees us slapping him in his face and turning away from him, he just endures the shame and the embarrassment, and he doesn't do anything. He waits. He's waiting and waiting and waiting for when the person is going to return to the pathways of tshuva, and come back to Hashem. Have a wonderful day.